Welcome back, everyone, and today we are playing Solargene. This is a solar system colonization game. You're going to build mining colonies on Mars, the moon, around the solar system. You got to build up your own logistics networks. You can do contracts for countries, and you got to manage the personnel on your colonies. Today we're going to get started. I want to show you guys the quickest way I know that I've been playing around with this game to get out of debt and start building your own outposts. So we're going to take a contract. We're going to fulfill that contract as easily and as cheaply as possible. Turn it in, and then we'll have some money left over from that to start doing our own thing. But this first episode, I just want to start a new game. We're going to call it Space is Scary. Leave it at experienced. Start game. I'm not going to read this block of text to you. Y'all can pause it and read that. And to get started, we have $0. We're in charge of a corporation that has no money. So you got to go up here and you got to take a loan. Now, if you guys have played the tutorial, you kind of understand how this process goes. But what I'm looking for is a moon contract or a Mars contract that does not require colonists, but has another requirement to fulfill instead. So I'll show you what I mean as soon as I find one. Okay, so something like this from China, right? It says just hire colonists, belongs to the Chinese, nothing wrong with the colony, and you're researching physics 1 point per day. Easy enough. But before I get into that, I need to look at Mars has a spaceport by the EU, and the moon has a spaceport by China. So we're looking for a moon colony from China with 1 physics research point per day. So if I accept this contract and I fulfill it, they'll pay me $150 million. Easy peasy, because there's no other requirement besides having a couple of researchers there who make this amount of research. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to sign that contract for the moon. And now to take out a loan, I don't need 150 mil to build this place. I'm just going to take out a $50 million loan. And if I can build everything they need and turn it over for less than 50 mil, I will make 100 mil in return. Boom. So our first thing to do on the moon is to find the very beginning of the day. Now, moon days, I think, are 14, 15 hours. So as long as you get the 14-hour bit, you should be good. That'll give you the whole day to plan and build. So I'm going to call this China Lab Base Contract. I'm building a biology research base for China is basically what this boils down to, with no other requirements other than generating 1 point per day. So I am not going to assign this to China just yet. I'm going to say no. Establish. That is not okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Holy moly. All right, let's find a nice flat spot for our landing pad. Oop. Boom. Now at this point I have a place to land shuttles, and that's it. I'm going to pause it, and you see our warehouse has nothing because we don't have a warehouse yet. So we're going to buy a bunch of supplies right off the bat. We're going to need steel. We're going to need, what is that, non-ferrous metals. We're going to need oxygen. Let's start small because there's not a lot of room at the beginning. I'm wondering if we can fit all this in. Let's do 200 of those, 200 of those. We're going to need like a bunch of that. Not as much just yet, but that looks good-ish. That should get us started. It'll take 3 volume, 1 shuttle, so 1 delivery, and it's going to cost me 5.3 mil. Let's go ahead and get that on the way. Speed time up and wait for our shuttle to land. All right, it's leaving. Now we can build our first solar panel. Plop it down right over here and wait for the construction bots to build it. You see that? So as soon as they get that first one down, then we'll plop down a battery. And then we'll do one more of each. I like to start with 2 of each. All right. That'll get us a little bit of juice to start. Now, we need to build a facility on relatively flat ground. I think right over here is going to be good. And you need the first few supports put down just to support everything that's going to be built after the fact. You do not have to put supports under everything. I think you probably just need 1. But for aesthetic reasons, you can always put more. But since this is not going to be my permanent base, I'm going to turn this over to the Chinese once it's built. I do not care what it looks like. I will never see it again after this. And it won't matter. Okay, so now we got an airlock. Let's throw a door and a door. And now first thing I like to do is put in a supply depot. Now, to do that, we're going to need 1 hallway. And then we need to go over here to storage. And we're going to put in 2 should do the trick to hold enough supplies. Every shuttle only holds so much. And if there's more in the shuttle than you have storage for in your base, they can't land. It's got to be able to transfer off. So that'll work for now. We're going to probably need a storage tank just for liquids. All right, now let's throw a door. Let's get the storage room done before we move on. I'm going to throw in some these. Let's put 3 of those down. I don't remember if the storage room needs a heater or not. I'm going to withhold for now. But now, so to get 1 biology, I think it's 1 biology, right? Is that what we're building? Physics. Oh, okay, physics. Same principle. We're just going to put in different research stuff. You can probably generate one physics off 2, 3, maybe 4 scientists. I'm going to put in 4 apartments just in case. So there's a hallway. Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to build a door on those apartments. Perfect. Wunderbar. And then. So the colonists are going to need toilets, showers, rec rooms, chow halls, all the good things in life that people like. So we will start with, let's put a toilet right here behind these apartments. Okay, and we'll put a shower next to that. I don't know why I keep forgetting to click on the actual structure. What did I just build? Shower or canteen? I built a canteen. Okay. So we got a toilet, a chow hall. Now we'll put in the shower. So I don't forget, we're going to throw a door. Now each of these rooms will need a heater. People are going to be spending some time in here, and who likes a frozen toilet seat? Nobody. Nice and warm after someone's used it? Hell yeah. All right, chow hall. Let's put some of these dudes down here. 1, 2, 3. I'll add another one if at the time I decide I need a 4th person, we'll do that. So I need to order more material. Go ahead and do that. Going to buy another 1,000 steel. I'll get 500 more of those because those are always useful. We'll get 300 more electronics. And now you can do the math on all this stuff and how much you need. And I'm willing to eat the profit a little bit and just have more than I need to get it done, but not too much more. Let's get 1,000 oxygen. But shipping is your biggest cost, so if you're going to order something, you might as well fill that shuttle up. Okay, so now we're at 4 mil. Let's get some water. We won't need medicine because we're not going to hire a doctor for this place. We're only hiring scientists, and that's it. Okay, let's get that order going. They'll show up soon. We need to put some things in this hallway. Go ahead and throw some chow down. Cool. Now we wait for our shuttle to show up. There we go. Now we can finish building stuff. I need to put a heater in this hallway to get it warming up. Put it here. We got a chow hall. We will need some chairs for people to sit on. They get upset if they have to stand all the time. I like putting the chairs right next to their apartments. Done. That hallway should be complete. We do need to get these set up. I'm not caring about their comfort. They're not going to be here. I won't be here long enough for me to worry about it. Okay. That one there. Apartments are complete. We need to get... Is this the toilet? All right. Let's throw some toilets in here. We got the heater already. Let's put a wash basin. And a hand dryer. Nope, hand dryer. There we go. Toilet's done. Shower. Now the shower room is interesting in that you have like lounge chairs that you can put in there that give comfort. Comfort's going to be one of your biggest issues. Oh, this place needs a heater too. Okay, we'll put a heater right here. And then we'll... I don't know why it changes rooms like that. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze some of these in. Now, you over here on the left, under your personnel or your staff, you can look at where people can walk. That's not going to work. So we can move it. Or we can shove it in the corner. That ain't going to work either. Okay. Right there. And we'll put another one. Perfect. What more could you want in life? All right, now we're going to build our science lab right here at the end. Oh, I put it right next to the... We're going to build it right over here at the end of the hallway. To get a science lab, we have to have a doctor's office because that opens up the science research part of this. But I'm just going to add that. And now look down here, we have a research. Huzzah! I'm not actually going to install a doctor's office. Just going to do something like this. Now I'm going to throw a door in. Door is good. And then, oh, I need little... We're doing physics. That's right. I need little nuclear bars. Nuclear candy bars. More nuclear candy bars. All right, well, let's get a heater in here. Getting it nice and cozy. What do these guys need? Electronics, plastics. Okay. We'll have to order some of those nuclear candy bars. Supply is doing well. If you look at supplies, it shows you what you have in your warehouse and the cubic meters. Basically how much of it is full. So we have plenty of liquid storage and we're 3 out of 14. So I need a server room. I can build that. Let's put the server room right there. If we need more room for the physics lab, we can build off this side. So that'll be fine. Go into here. And now I'm going to hold off. Well, I'll put one. I know I'm going to need probably like 4 of these things. I'm going to put one for now. Because the servers give your whole base like more computing power. And then you'll have extra scientific equipment in here to help your scientists do their job. So before we can do anything else, I am going to need... I don't know why that stuff's in there. I need, so there's 10 each, 10, 20, 30, 40. We're gonna need more steel. You know, we probably don't need that much steel now. Well, no, we do, because we have to build recreation rooms and all this other jazz. So let's just get some more. And we're gonna need more batteries too. Let's make that 100. Oh, dude, I was doing it again. I'm stuck on biology and not physics. I'm wasting a lot of money on transport, but we're still gonna make tons off the back end of this, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna go ahead and get some hallways put in, because I know I'm gonna need some recreation room. Which is... where is it? Relax? Yeah. Place for people to go just to relax. Yeah, we'll do 3 for now. There we go. Our colony is on its way. Let's speed up time a little bit. We're gonna need... we need a battery. And more solar. There we are, 136% on power. We're doing fine. All right, let's finish out our lab before we get doing recreation. Yeah, that one moved on me. Three ought to cut it. We'll need room for the scientific equipment, which gives these guys a bonus. So when they start researching, there'll be a little box down here that shows up and says like what percentage of your scientific equipment is giving them as far as a bonus. So we'll be able to adjust off of that later. All right, rec room. And now I'm gonna put little armchairs. And maybe some little cabinets. That'll be a good start. Okay, now we need... what do we need? What haven't I done yet? Spacious living room. Now this is probably important. It will give comfort. It depends on who we recruit. So, you know, let's look at the staff. Let's go to hire. And now each of these guys has traits, I guess you'd call them. Some of them have higher comfort requirements than others. So this isn't going to be my research base. I want the cheapest dudes with the least amount of requirements so I could just hire them and get rid of them. So we're going to go with eats a lot, but he's a happy dude. But he's only 9K. Now, the more stars that are filled out, the higher their comfort requirements will be. Keep that in mind. So if you're building a contract base for another country, then try to get the cheap ones. Maximize your profits, right? Get that guy. Okay. Yep, him and workaholic. Slow-witted. Oh, a dumb scientist. Oh. I am hiring the wrong people. These are miners. I need researchers. That almost went terrible. Oh boy. All right, let's get this guy. He's cheap and easy. Let's do... he's toxic. Everyone needs a toxic coworker. Hell yeah. Get him in there. Doesn't use benches. Okay. So you can fit 7 people on a shuttle. So once you get 7, you hit your 8th one. Now you're hiring 2 shuttles. It'll cost you $200,000. It's only shipping costs. You're not paying like an extra wage for them, unless it's your research based. Then you'll pay, I think it's monthly or quarterly wages for everyone you employ. But for now, we just need the 3. And I don't think there's any reason I can't hire these guys right now. We've got power. We've got the lab built. We've got all the facilities are in. We're going to hire them. Cool. Colonists are on the way. We will find out real quick if I have built everything that I actually need. Okay, now this is saying there is somewhere in this building that is frozen. Show me some thermals. Oh. Okay, the apartments are cold, but there's nothing I can do about that. The hallway is unbearably cold. Okay, so let's turn that off. I do not have enough heating in the hallway. We'll put a heater down here. A heater down here. And I have a feeling this room just needs to come up the temp. Let's speed up time. Yeah, so the temp up here is coming up. It will get warm. It just needs some time. Well, drop them off. Go on, get out of here. There we go. We got 3 scientists. Now, there's a couple different ways you can go about assigning scientists. I'm going to pause it right quick. They each have, there's 4 rooms, and I can go through here and click on each room and then come down here to assign staff and assign the staff to that room. And you can do that for each of these rooms. Or you just go over here to this panel, assign staff. And I only have one building here. It's called Building 70. Turn it on, and then you just doop 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 doop, just like so. Now they've all got food. They all got the relax room. They all have an apartment to live in. They're all 3 going to be doing science stuff. And we're done. Just like that. All right, now these 2 are happy. Comfort 74 out of 19. Look at that, man. I overdid it. Oh my god. Nowhere to sit. I'm pretty sure I have like 4 benches right up here. Yeah. The heck you on? All right. I feel like the bedrooms are frozen and they're not going to like that. Current room temp is -30. Is it coming up? It's coming up. Okay. It'll settle out. So now over here we have an issue where nowhere to cannot pass. So we show unreachable. And it says there's an issue down here. Well, let's take a look. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, I didn't put in a door. That probably explains why. And I'm out of plastic. Damn it. All right. We're going to have to spend a little more money. Get some plastics. We got water. We got food. O2. We got some other resources. $100,000 just for some plastic. Let's go. Okay. This dude doesn't have anywhere to sit. Why not? Well, because you're outside. Okay. So you can tell these people to go inside. And now they're going to come inside. Now they'll find a chair. Because there's plenty of chairs. Okay. What's next? Well, let's look back at our contract. We have to establish a colony. We have that. Belongs to China, right? Did I hire... That guy don't look Chinese. Oh, but he is. Okay. Alright, they're all Chinese. No red indicators and generating 1 physics point per day. So this place should have... Yeah, they are. They're assigned. What's coming down? Oh, my plastic. Okay. Now we can build a door. Boom. That should cure that problem. Now what I just need is for these dudes to come over here and start doing science stuff. Because look, there are no more red indicators. They're all happy. I just need to get these science... Oh, I don't have any research. Shoot. Physics. Physics. Now they'll go. There we are. All right, let's speed up. We're still frozen? Oh, it's coming up. Everything's warming up a little bit. Takes time. Okay, so now under research, 0 scientific equipment, and so they are doing 0%. I need to put in a couple pieces of equipment. They take power, but they give scientific bonuses. Okay. There we go. Off to the races. Stats are going up. Now we just wait. So I blocked the door. I was trying to figure out why they couldn't go to the bathroom. Put that stuff right in front of the door. Lock them in. Okay. They should all be happy again. I don't feel like my numbers are going up very fast. I may need more physics researchers. Spent, what, 12 million so far? And if I can get this to 1.0, I won't have to hire doctors or other people or whatever else is going on. And they can... Oh my god, why are you guys so picky? Okay, well, I'm gonna put it there. Let's check. Yeah, take a shower, man. No big deal. Cool. All right. Almost 0.0. Well, no, we got a ways to go. Well, I had to order some more parts, but we're up to 0.1, or I'm 0.01 physics per day. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now I need to add some more computing power. So I've hired another scientist, and the problem I'm running into is these guys are the lowest common denominator of the scientific world. So they aren't very smart, and they're taking a little bit longer than I had hoped. But the payoff is I don't have to have a whole lot of comfort items around for them. So he needs a little more, or her, or whoever. So I'm just going to throw in another chair. Or 2, another cabinet. And that should almost get there. Okay. Alright, well, they're working on that. I'm going to go ahead and put in, not an apartment, a living room. That does help with the comfort. I have a feeling I'm going to have to hire more scientists that actually know what they're doing before this is all over with. I did one with the biology guys. I had 4 biology scientists making like 5 or 6 biology a day by the end of it. It was a tiny little base, but I think I had more experienced biologists and more comfort to accommodate them. And I definitely spent a lot more money. I think I spent like probably 30 million on that base, and I've only spent 14 right now. So we will figure it out. Right now, let's get a heater. There we go. All right, we're just letting the time go. They're getting smarter. They're doing more research. Actually, the physics is going back down. No. No. Go the other way. They're probably sleeping. We're just going to let them cook. We're going to let them go. They will get smarter, get more physics out every day. As long as nothing else goes wrong. Look at that. 1 physics per day. Hold on. We're going to pause it. Oh, it just went down. Let's get it back to 1. All right. Check it out. You just fast forward in time. Everyone's happy. Nothing going on. I'm getting 1.6 physics per day. Let's switch back to the station. And if everything else is correct, we need 1 point per day, 1.6. No red indicators in the colony. They have everything they need. They're all Chinese and they're on the moon. We'll hit reset. Selecting a colony for a contract. Would you like to designate this contract for China? Yep. Now. Oh, because I have... Okay. So there are some stipulations. I cannot have that cold room, which was the doctor's office. Let's go ahead and throw a heater in there. And I'm going to have to build that space turret. Done. And then we go here. I need 400 of those plastic. Easy enough. Let's get 200 more of those. We'll build the space laser so the meteors won't destroy everybody. Oh, now we need... more power. Oh, no, I needed a battery. My bad. There we go. All right, we'll get those supplies. We'll build that space laser. Hopefully we have no power for that. And then we can turn in the contract. Now let's check. Oh, there's a shuttle in the colony. There's still a cold room. Why is everything so cold? Oh my god, it's a storage room, dude. You don't need a heater. Come on. Okay, I just ordered parts. We'll get a heater in that room. and then we'll have everything we need. Holy smokes, man. There we go. Met all objectives. We're going to get paid 150 million. And I only spent, 16 million to build this base. Is it the most efficient? Hell no. Does it work? Hell yes, it does. And I just made a ton of money. Completed. Now, I have just turned that base over to the Chinese. I no longer own it, nor do I care what happens to it. I'm done. And then... oh, there's a solar flare coming. That's great. Okay. I can go up here, and I can repay my loan of 50 mil. Boom. I'm left with 134 million debt-free. So that's where I'm going to leave this one. The next episode, I want to explore getting transport network set up. I want to start a research base, either in orbit around the moon or in orbit around the Earth, just to start my own technology. We're going to work on that. But that's it for this one. How to get yourself a little contract complete, get out of debt, start your little space empire colony system going. There's all these different places you can set up shop on. Now, you can only build a base on the moon and Mars right now. Earth will let you launch new satellites or new stations, sorry. These other ones exist, but do not allow you to actually build on the surface. But that's what space stations are for and large engines. So we'll have to get into that in another time. Appreciate you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.